Once upon a time, in a small town nestled amidst rolling green hills, lived a young boy named Alex and his loving father, Thomas. Thomas was a hard-working man who always made time for his son despite his busy schedule as a carpenter. He believed in the power of stories and often shared them with Alex to teach him important life lessons. One sunny morning, as the birds chirped outside their cozy home, Thomas called Alex to sit beside him in their backyard. With a twinkle in his eyes, Thomas began, "Alex, let me tell you a story about perseverance and the strength that lies within us." Alex's eyes widened with excitement as he eagerly leaned closer to his father. Thomas cleared his throat and began his tale. Once upon a time, there was a young tree sapling. It stood tall and proud in a beautiful meadow, surrounded by older, towering trees. Every day it watched the other trees sway in the wind, reaching for the sky. The sapling was filled with a desire to grow just as tall and magnificent as its companions. One day, a strong gust of wind blew through the meadow. The sapling swayed and bent under its force, struggling to stay upright. But it refused to give in. It leaned to one side, finding support from the ground, and gradually straightened itself once the wind had passed. The sapling knew that growing strong required facing challenges. It understood that life would throw obstacles its way, just like the wind. It learned to adapt, to bend when needed, and to rise again. Alex listened intently, his imagination soaring. He asked his father, "But how did the sapling become a mighty tree, Papa?" Thomas smiled warmly at his curious son and continued the story. As the sapling grew older, it faced various hurdles. The scorching heat of summer tested its endurance, but it didn't wither away. Instead, it dug its roots deeper into the earth, seeking nourishment and strength. It drank in the rain that fell from the heavens, using it to flourish and grow. The sapling faced another challenge when a group of mischievous rabbits nibbled on its tender branches. It could have given up then, feeling defeated, but it didn't. It stood its ground and began to grow thorny branches, protecting itself from further harm. The seasons changed, and the sapling transformed into a sturdy young tree. It watched as its older companions shed their leaves in autumn, preparing for the cold winter ahead. It too lost its leaves, but never lost hope. Deep within, it knew that spring would come, bringing new life and opportunities. Years passed, and the young tree gradually became a mighty oak, reaching high into the sky. It provided shade to weary travelers and shelter to countless birds. It had overcome countless obstacles and hardships, growing stronger with each passing day. Thomas paused for a moment, letting the story sink into Alex's young mind. Then he looked into his son's eyes and said, "You see, my son, just like that sapling, you have the strength within you to overcome any challenge that comes your way. But it's the obstacles we face that make us grow stronger and wiser." Alex nodded, his face reflecting determination. He hugged his father tightly, grateful for the valuable lesson he had learned. From that day forward, whenever he encountered difficulties or setbacks, he would remember the story of the sapling and draw strength from within. And so, Alex and Thomas continued to share stories, fostering a bond between father and son that would last a lifetime. Their backyard became a place of inspiration, where tales of courage and resilience unfolded. Together, they navigated the journey of life, supporting and motivating each other along the way. And with each passing day, Alex grew, just like the mighty oak, into a person filled with compassion, perseverance, and an unwavering belief in his own abilities.